Hi guys, it's Paul from Thermical. In this video, we're going to go through a bit more about building windows and doors. So in the last two videos, we went through how to create openings, how to insert frame, and the mullions and transoms. Now the next thing, obviously, we're gonna build the internal panels, like the fixed panels and the openable panels. To do that, well, basically, to build windows and doors in Epic Pro, we've got two methods that we can use. The first one is we build everything from scratch, pretty much. That's where we're gonna create openings, put in the frame, define the frame, put in the mullions and transoms, define the mullions and transoms, then put in the openable sashes, define them, put in the beads and the glass, and then define them. And after that, we gotta have to put in or allocate the fittings and the correct hardwares for that particular window. So this method, it takes longer to do. Now the second method, that's where we're gonna utilize the styles and the blocks folder. So these ones over here, the styles and the blocks. We're gonna utilize these ones to help us speed up the process. So I'll go into more details about the difference between these two folders. Before we go into this, what I would like to show you first is in tutorial number 2, we went through how to create openings, and I mentioned in that video that you can use AutoCAD to do the openings and import into Epic Pro. Now back then I didn't have AutoCAD installed on my laptop. Now I do, so I would like to just quickly show you that method. So basically, you draw the shape with the dimensions in AutoCAD. Here I've got this shape I've drawn with just random sizes I put in. Now remember, if you prefer to use polyline to draw the shapes, remember you have to explore that, as Epic Pro only takes exploded lines. Once you finished drawing the shape, go ahead and save as. It has to be in the XF format. So in this case, I've only named it as drawing 1. I left it as drawing 1. Save. Now go back to Epic Pro. Go to Archives. Then go to this Open DXF format. Click on that and then just find the drawing 1 we just saved. Okay. So here it is. We've got that drawing. We've got that opening with the dimensions, and then obviously you can modify the dimensions and then do the rest of the steps, like put in the frame, mullions, and the sashes. Right, now before we go further, what I encourage you guys to do is to go through the thermal systems and just learn about what you can and what you cannot do out of each of these systems. We've got about 13 or 14 different products across our thermal range. So in this video, I am going to use the EC35 series, both non-thermal and thermal, as an example and as the exercise we're gonna do. So to learn about the products, what you cannot do, I believe that you've got the thermal brochures. Under that, if you open the second page, you will see the opening styles. So this is where, for example, the EC35TB I've got here as the example here. It tells us we can only make fixed and all-in windows by using the EC35TB, and that's similar. That's the same for the EC35 non-TB product. So well, the other thing that you can, so yes, here we are. You can go view products, and we've got aluminium. We've recently introduced also the Seco steel product, as well as the Kela minimal systems. But just for thermal products, you can go to either residential range and the commercial range. Under that, you can read and learn about the systems. So going back to Epi Pro, I'll be using the EC35 series as the example today to show you how to use the styles and the blocks. We're gonna just do these two simple systems first for you to understand the difference between the styles and the blocks and how we're gonna use them. And later on, I'll be using another system as like a example to show you more about the styles and the blocks, as well as all these other design functions in the program. I think that'll be probably, to me, I think that's a easier way to show you how to use the program. But after you see the videos, if you have any feedback, if you want to see something particular, if you want to learn something particular about the program, you are more than welcome to contact me. And any feedback about the videos and the programs and the products, they are all welcome. Basically, it's going to be very similar between the EC35 and the EC35TB. So I am going to just use the EC35TB as the example here in this video. Okay, so we know that in EC35TB, okay, we can build the fixed and awning windows. For fixed, say if we only building single panel, square four-sided windows, for a fixed window, you can go to the styles folder, and then click on this little plus icon here to open up the drop-down menu, and then go through for one fixed panel. That's one wing fixed. You can either double click on this or simply click and drag over onto the screen. So there it is. We have the fixed window on the screen. It's got the correct joints. It shows you that the system has square cut frame, as well as the bead and the glass. Now what we have to do next is to first of all change the dimensions to the one that we want. For example, if the picture window is say 1200 by 2100, for instance, we can change that by using this modifying tool. And then the next thing we have to do is to make sure that we've got the correct glass in there. Now the default glass for this one is 4mm clear double glazed. If it's different to that, you can scroll down, or if you know exactly what the glass is, the thickness is, for example 24mm, you can punch in this little box thickness and then click on the search button to search all the glass types that's available in 24mm overall thickness. For example, 6mm toughened low E glass. Now, after you choose the glass, you have to also choose the glazing method that you want to use, whether it's going to be rubber glazed or you prefer to use silicone glazed. Well, in Victoria, we always using silicone glazing. So in this case, I'll take silicone glaze. Click on OK. So this way, it pick up the correct beads for that particular glass type or that particular glass thickness. Now, I prefer to always check what I am building on the screen. To do that, I usually just do the cross sections. To do that, you can go over here, the sections, and click on horizontal sections. Now, because we use the styles, these sections, they are pre-cut or preset in the system for us. We don't have to do the new ones. What you have to do is click on the horizontal sections and then click on the line here to open the cross section. So as you can see, this is the cross section. This is the horizontal cross section of that picture window. We can see what frames being used, the glass type, as well as the bead that's being allocated for that glass. Okay, similar for the vertical sections. You can click on the vertical section and then click on the line here to open up the vertical ones. So if when you build a new window on the screen, if it doesn't have the sections already, you can again go to the horizontal sections and then click on one side of the window, move your cursor over to the other side and click again. So that will create another cross section for us. So in this case, we've got this AA section and BB section for the vertical one, and then another one here CC section being added. Similarly, for the vertical section, you can do so as well by using the vertical sections. Click on the top side of the window, move your cursor, and then click again to create another vertical section. All right. Now that's a fixed window we just built. I will just clear that for now. Now we can also build an awning window. So to do that, again, you can go to the styles folder, go to EC35TB, and then just find the single panel awning window. This time I'm gonna double click, and that now has appeared on the screen. So I am going to again use the modifying tool. Either you go back to the home tag, or I have a quick access toolbar, or you can always right click to choose that from the drop down menu, modifying style, and then click on the dimension line here to change the size. And then again, we have to make sure that we've got the correct glass in there. So in this case, if that's correct, you don't have to touch anything. But if not, again, you can scroll down to find the glass you want, or you can search for it, say 20mm glass. This time I'm going to choose 510-5 and silicone glaze without bead. Now, in this case, we don't have a bead because I'll show you in the cross section. That'll be clear. So you can see here, it's actually integrated with the sash itself, so it doesn't need additional bead for the glass. So we've got the frame, this thermally broken sash, and the 5mm double glazed glass. Okay, now that's single panel fixed and awning window separately. So what if we're gonna build something, multiple panels in a single window? That window's got fixed panels as well as awning windows in there. We've already created few options or few scenarios in the styles folder where you can choose from. Okay, for example, we have this scenario. We have this scenario for the awnings. We have even 3 panels like that, or we have 6 panels like that. Now, I think that'll be it for today's video. I try to keep the video around about 15 to 20 minutes, just so that I think it'll be easier for you to digest. So yes, thank you for watching the video. If you have any feedback, please give me a call or email me your ideas, and I will see you in the next video.